And welcome back, everybody, to the main CBC podcast. Of course, this week we got a ton of news for you, and if you missed it, and if you watched Captain Marvel, want to know some of our extended thoughts on it, I would say, check out the previous Captain Marvel spoiler cast we did just the day before this. If you're listening on YouTube, at least, they're a day apart, so there you go. Anyway, this
Chat's
show...
like, what the hell are you talking about?
I know, right? Don't worry about this. Don't worry, chat. Anyway, this show is going to be good. We're going to be talking about Doctor Doom's future in the MCU, the long-term Spider-Man plan, Suicide Squad details, Disney and Fox update, the second-to-last update we're ever going to hear about this, and my boy Namor might finally be heading somewhere besides the garbage bin. So this is going to be a good show.
Basically, we're going to start and finish with Armin crying in joy.
Right?
Yeah. This was all planned, by the way.
This was it. So I am your host, Armin. You guys can find me at Arminis and everything Comic Book Cast. Just Google Comic Book Cast as one word. I'm here with Mitch.
What's up? You can find me at Mitch692.
Also Tristan.
Hey guys, you can catch me at It's J Chance.
And Shay.
Hey guys, you can find me at Michelle1602, primarily on Instagram, because I forget to tweet.
Yeah, that happens. So, yeah, let's get into the show at hand. The Doctor Doom movies have been in development under the Fox banner. Mm-hmm. Noah Hawley, who of course does Legion, was working on a standalone Doom movie. And he said, he didn't know what the status of it was, but when he talked to Kevin Feige, president of Marvel Studios, he kind of encouraged him to keep working on it. So, are we getting a Doctor Doom movie in the MCU?
I mean, it could be, but it also says that he's been waiting on Feige to call him back.
Right.
So
he's a busy man. He's a very busy man.
Yeah, especially now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need or want a Doctor Doom movie.
I want it, but I don't need it, but I want it. That's literally how it is.
I want the movie because we can get the Wakanda war.
Oh.
True.
Like, I want it because I want a correct Doom. And I feel we need it to kind of undo all of the history that we have right now with Doom and the Fantastic Four. And what better way to sit there and have Doom, have his stuff, like have him in his country, going to Rise of Power, and that's how we introduce the Fantastic Four.
Or how about this one? And this could be a possibility. What if Howley has a really solid Doctor Doom backstory and script? And Kevin Feige, obviously, we know he sees all of these because he's executive producer on all of them. What if he's like, we could actually take elements of this and use it in a Fantastic Four movie or something? Like,
see, I was gonna say, what if they make it into a Disney Plus show? And instead of getting like 2 hours of Doctor Doom, you get 8.
I'll take it.
The rise of Doctor Doom in Disney Plus.
Because awesome. you obviously have to set Doom up for this. You've got to do him right for once. But let's not have him in the Fantastic Four movie again. No. Let's do something different.
No, please
no. You can set them up simultaneously. Have it come out the same weekend or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You can tie it both in.
Realistically, let's say if they were developing, like the Doctor Doom TV series, which there's a very likely possibility they could, and honestly, they probably will. Like if at
this point, just pick a character and they're no doubt thinking about
right.
it.
Oh yeah.
If they were to develop that and establish Latveria, they could say it's somehow, next to Sokovia over there. It's generally in the same-ish location. You could literally end the first Fantastic Four movie with a little thing being like, hey, where's our next mission? They're like, oh, Latveria. Oh, set it up like that, It's like, you don't need him in the Fantastic Four right off the bat because they've tried that, and you're wasting one of the best definitive comic book characters of all time, honestly, with Doctor Doom, on a throwaway villain, and he doesn't deserve that, at all.
There's so much that he can sit there and give us, because in the comics, he has been right up there with Thanos as a threat to humanity.
To the universe.
So being able to have him and actually give him a correct movie or Disney Plus TV show would be amazing, because he is somebody you don't want to mess with.
It's like how I do it, spend the first 5-10 minutes, have Reed and Doom in college or something, and then you have the show pick up from that.
Yep.
and then the movie can like do whatever it wants. So like,
Exactly.
you have that little nugget, and then you can just throw that nugget into.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you do like the Doom origin story, and it is him and Reed in college, and him messing with trying to save his mom and everything, you literally flash forward him in Latveria doing his thing as Doctor Doom, and then the Fantastic Four movie, you can go over the same thing, establish Victor, and then move on past that. It's like you just kind of put that in there, but he doesn't necessarily need to be one. So when it crosses back over, which inevitably will, or when he becomes a villain in the Avengers, which he undoubtedly will, you know, there's a lot more build up to the dude right there. So I think it'll happen. I don't think it's going to be a standalone movie, but
I imagine Doctor Doom will get a property in some shape or form.
yeah.
Whether it's Disney Plus, Hulu, I doubt it would actually get a movie. If it is, it'll be the first villain movie we get.
I want people to people have been saying that's not going to happen. It can't happen. They won't do it. You can't make a story about a character like that who's like not a straight up hero. And I just want to say Disney's developing the Mandalorian, and Mandalorians are kind of scumbags. So
also, it's no different to Infinity War. Like, from Doom's perspective, he is the hero of his country.
Yep.
From Thanos' perspective, he is the hero of the universe.
Exactly.
So it's yes, it's not a traditional hero story, but it is.
Look at Loki throughout his entire thing. I'm a villain. I'm good. I'm a villain. I'm good. Like, Doom in his mind is a hero, and to the rest of the world, he's a psychotic villain. So it's perspective, and you can sit there and really dig into that with Doom.
And I trust with how he wrote is solid. Like, because he's a really smart dude. So
just don't get him back for the sequel, because
yeah, that'll lose its mind like Legion. It'll be like, what is this? Why is he doing all this nonsense? But yeah, we'll talk more about Doctor Doom, I assume, rather soon.
As long as he's not a trash bag, Armin will start crying. So just look forward to that.
Yep. Sony has revealed a massive plan going forward with Spider-Man. Not only is the greatest movie of all time, Morbius, going to be in their pocket, it is also going to do spin-off TV shows, and, they're pretty much going to try to do whatever they can to save their company. So that's what they're doing.
Just to be positive about Sony for a change, at least they have a plan.
Or some kind of plan.
A plan's a plan.
12% of a plan, at least.
Try and be positive here.
But from like the TV aspect, it said that they were going to try and spin off some TV shows about other spiders from Into the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
So
I thought we knew that already. Didn't they say that they're going to do like a Spider-Gwen show?
They said that as well, but on top of this, they added, we're doing live action as well. So it's like, huh.
So here, let's be positive. So they're hopeful they're still going to be around in 7 years and not be bought out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, they're being hopeful that Morbius actually makes money.
It will. Trust me.
Yeah, because they're betting on the Venom money.
I mean, it'll make the money from the ticket you buy, Armin, but that's probably about it.
That's enough.
You mean Armin's going to be that guy who buys out theaters just so Morbius looks like it made a lot of money?
How did this theater sell out? I don't know. There was only 3 people in there. 2 of them looked like they were hostages. Oh, man. I don't know. Look, I think Sony is at least finally having a plan. They're not just like when they did like TASM 2. They're like, okay, we're announcing 3, 4... Aunt May, the Egg movie spin-off, a Venom. Fucking, I don't know what the hell they're developing.
And I wasn't questioning it because it sounds like a Sony movie, but I was just like, what's the egg? Is it just an egg?
I think it's the egg. It's the eggs that he was supposed to get. Remember, he was supposed to go out and get eggs, and he came home and didn't have eggs.
It's how Aunt May cooked those eggs. The movie. It's.
You think she's gonna poach them, but no.
No. I mean, Sony's poaching enough, trying to pull off all these franchises. So, okay, let's look at the Spider-Man properties realistically. Marvel has to agree to produce them alongside of Sony. Yes. So that's one thing. Just like the Fox shows that are currently happening. What do they do? What's low budget enough to be able to pull off?
I would say Morbius, but
Kraven. I feel like they can sit there and they can give us a Kraven.
Oh, please no.
Well, there's a potential they could do it okay.
Yeah, I mean, There is.
But Kraven and OK is like one of the biggest injustices you could ever get.
It is.
But because you have to realize that they're not going to sit there and throw a lot of different characters into the MCU versions of Spider-Man, because he has to have very specific villains that have to be able to tie into their movies. So people like Kraven, I feel, are not going to be a part of that. So you can sit there and create Kraven. Maybe Kraven, instead of doing Spider-Man, he's going to hunt after Venom.
Okay, so I'm looking right now.
We're gonna get Stiltman, the TV show.
That's a Daredevil character, Tristan.
Honestly, right now I'm looking at it. Here's what Sony's
Spider-Man's
thinking.
also fought him.
And listen to this logic.
Oh no.
Sony knows Underworld makes a certain amount of money. They were thinking about doing Underworld as a show, but they don't know if they're going to move forward. But Sony says they want to use assets. They're going to do Man-Wolf.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
no.
Yeah.
John Jameson as Man-Wolf, it's perfect.
Are we gonna get Counter Earth too?
I mean, I wouldn't be mad. That's actually not a bad idea for like Spider-Verse universe.
Exactly.
Doing county, yeah. But this is my question. With them saying this, is this them also saying Venom is with Spider-Verse?
I think so.
That's kind of the impression I got. So, yeah, here's our plan. Like, it includes this, and that. It's just like, So are we going to get like Tom Hardy's Venom in like a Spider-Verse sequel? Are we going to get a live-action Miles in the Venom
I wouldn't put it
sequel?
past them.
I would be very happy if we got a live-action Miles.
Oh no. Guys, no.
Oh, no.
But then wouldn't that mean that Miles would have to be in the MCU unless we have a different Miles? Because
Guys, I just realized something while looking at awful villains. Avi Arad,
Oh no.
who was pushing for more Screwball and everything Spider-Man, is totally going to do like that ridiculousness show, but it's going to be Screwball.
oh,
And they're going to like break the fourth wall, be like, look at this kid fall on his face. Ha 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 ha.
So they're gonna give Screwball, Deadpool, Spider-Man?
Oh.
I'm getting those Screwball
I wanna
missions
abandon
from
this
Spider-Man
franchise now.
flashbacks.
If this is what me supporting Morbius is going to lead to, I'll only support Morbius with one ticket.
that's still
What about
supporting
me?
Morbius.
You sneak in.
I sneak. Oh, okay.
You pay for the good movie. And then
Okay.
And then just
That's
walk
so
into
sweet.
Morbius.
You walk in the other
No,
way.
I'm just gonna then go and watch the good movie.
No. I don't. Okay, so back on topic. Sony has a plan. Thank God. But I don't
And
trust
apparently
them.
Tyrese is in 3 of those movies that they have a plan for. So
Tyrese.
So,
Oh yeah, because it didn't say like he's supposed to be in Morbius.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
something
he's-
happening there. 3-movie contract.
well, I said that.
no one say Blade. I will throw hands at you. That's not happening.
No, I think it'd be funny though. Like we sit there and like we have Tyrese and he becomes a vampire like Morbius, and he's like, "Hey Morbius, I'm hungry."
Oh, he will. What if
Yeah.
he's playing like? What if he's playing Night Trash or whatever the hell that character is?
Oh, you're gonna get some hate for that one. People love
And
that.
he becomes Blade's cousin.
Who the
Dagger.
hell loves Night? Back a second up.
Are you?
Who loves
Don't-
crappy version of Spawn?
Don't go for the Night Thrasher people.
Oh no.
They exist. Get out. But what? If you're
Of
a
course
Night
they
Thrasher fan, you should like not listen to this channel at all. Get out of here.
My God.
All 3 of you.
All three of you. Then 300 people just storm. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Like the only thing I see in Tyrese is how he was in the Fast and Furious movies. So
That's like
I'm
all
just
he's done.
I'm just picturing him with Jared Leto. Jared Leto like doing the most method acting possible, and then you have Tyrese going, "Hungry, bro. I'm hungry."
He better say that too. Like
Oh, he will.
he will.
See,
Guaranteed.
somebody said don't disrespect him.
God damn it.
Yeah, I told you. And look, 2 of them are right
Tyrese
there.
gotta eat.
He's got to eat and he's got to get his money.
Oh my God, Tyrese. I'm excited to see what they do with Tyrese. I mean, he could surprise us. I don't know.
He really could. This could be his movie that actually shows us that he can say something other than "I'm hungry" and show his abs.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, we'll talk more about Sony's plans soon, I guess.
When we
So,
have more info.
Yeah. The Suicide Squad, adding a bunch of new characters. It's essentially a new team, plus they recast Will Smith, so that's kind of,
Yeah.
like, big.
They got someone that can actually act properly.
Yeah, they did.
Who?
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're gonna be good. They got a good actor. How do we feel about the new direction of Suicide Squad? Because it's like, I'm excited just because it's James Gunn. Like,
I mean, I'm fine with it. It looks, the characters that they've said that are rumored to be in it are like, I think exactly what the first one should have been.
yep.
Like, be the really more obscure throwaway ones, not the ones you can easily tie into everything.
I feel like I feel like it's definitely going to be much, much better. It's going to be the Suicide Squad we all wanted to see.
Well, it can't be much worse. So
That's true.
I mean, the bar wasn't set that high from the first one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's true.
As long as we don't have the villain hula hooping, I think we'll be okay.
I mean, you might do. I
mean,
wouldn't be surprised.
So apparently, it's going to be a movie set in the Middle East, by the sounds of it.
I would say it looks like. Oh, I can't. What's that? Is it a fictional place? I can't. It gives me a cue for DC.
I can't remember right now. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see the word spelled in my head, but I can't physically say it. But it seems to I want to say it's Black Adam related. I'm not sure.
Kondak?
That's the one. Yeah. Yeah, because the working title of the movie's El Dorado, so maybe you can stretch it to that. Maybe. But then you look at the apparent roster, and you've got like Polka Dot Man, Peacemaker, King Shark, Ratcatcher. And it's just like, what an odd lineup.
And it's perfect. Like, that's what the movie should have been like to start off. And I believe with James Gunn at the helm, he's gonna deliver something unique looking. So
we were joking because with James Gunn, he always, if he has animals in his product, he always like has live castings of them. So I mean, like, he's gonna somehow bring a shark to.
I want him with a hammerhead shark on a leash. Like, he's just like, come on, shark, come on.
I can see him like getting one of those little tiny sharks that are able to be in fish tanks, and like he just puts it into a wagon and just rolls it on the red carpet. This is my shark, y'all.
Hey, James Gunn, I've got about 3 of those. If you pay me, you can rent them out.
So I guess I think like my excitement for this movie is only getting bigger and better every time something comes out about it.
Yeah. Because it's a direction they should have taken.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it still has Harley Quinn, so I'm not fully 100% excited, but I'm like 90% there.
We know the 3 that are coming back are obviously going to be Waller. Like, whether it's going to be Viola Davis, like, we don't know. I imagine it will be. I imagine they want her back. Mm-hmm. So like, she'll be there. Deadshot, we know, is Idris Elba and Harley Quinn, because she's got to be in every movie now. So.
Yep.
But how confusing is it going to be if you sit there and you have Birds of Prey, and then you have another Suicide Squad, which aren't 100% related?
No, I mean,
like,
their crossover is minimal, really. So she's just gonna like flip flop teams whenever it calls for her.
I hope.
So she does in the comics.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what she does, basically.
I mean, maybe they'll open Suicide Squad 2 and like she's with the Birds of Prey, and like Waller shows up and goes, "You better tell them you're going on a vacation alone or something." She's like, "Why? We got a mission for you. We're gonna blow your head up if you don't."
I'm not the biggest Harley Quinn fan, but you can kind of like not scatterbrain, but you can kind of make it work for her character.
Oh, totally.
I feel like we're gonna get a much better version of her. She's going to have. She's gonna be very different from Birds of Prey, and then she's gonna come under James Gunn, and how different she's going to be there. It's going to be like, wait, does she have, like, schizophrenia or something? Because she's totally
honestly, that might be a good
people.
way to play it, realistically. Like,
yeah.
That might be a smart way to play it to kind of broaden her range as a character.
And so you could say she's got the, dissociative identity disorder? Because the whole Joker stuff, and play it off that way.
That's true.
There you go. Hey, Sony.
Now,
or not Sony.
The big thing is,
WB.
Yeah.
Can we get Jared Leto back as Joker? To just be killed off
no, because Gunn and Leto have massive beef.
Yeah, they do.
And he's Morbius now.
That's true. He's gone to pastures. I don't know if they're green or not. But...
Like WB at the minute have a thing of like showing things without showing the actor's face. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
But, you can do that again and just kill it off.
Oh.
Just get a body double for Leto.
Or just do the ripped off face and you can cast someone else and be done with it. Finally do a proper Joker.
That's not a bad idea. Rip the entire skin off. Get rid of everything on it.
Dude, that'd be disgustingly amazing.
And then he just staples it back on, and that's why he looks nothing like Leto.
It's like, wow, your bone structure's completely changed. Like, shh.
Yeah.
I went through a meat grinder. It's all good.
Good stuff.
There's a lot more hope, definitely, when it comes into this. I won't set my expectations extremely high until I start watching trailers, but I am a lot more hopeful for this movie than I was the first one.
Yeah, same. So,
and the market is actually going to feel genuine this time, not like it's trying to rip off.
Not on James Gunn knockoff. They got the authentic James Gunn.
Yep.
So, that's our talk on, this property. So, it was officially confirmed by every outlet. Like, we're talking major outlets here. This isn't a rumor anymore. Officially confirmed by Disney and every source out there. Disney and Fox deal is officially done, and it will be complete within the next week.
And so, isn't it the 20th of March at 12:02 a.m.?
Yep.
Why? What they're going to do in those 2 minutes? I don't know.
Those 2 minutes is when Kevin Feige pops champagne and throws Kimberg under a bus.
Yeah, because the 2 extra minutes like put me off, because it's usually like 12:01 for most things, and it's
right.
Like, nope, really 12:02.
Well, they have to sit there and they have to prep all of the bottles so they all pop at the same time. So they're giving themselves that little prep time to like sit there and shake them and pop them all off at the same time. That's why.
So just so people understand what does happen, that means on the 20th, 2 minutes in, as soon as the second minute is in, it's all under Disney. Like everything, they own it. It'll still be a process of, obviously, it's not like Kevin Feige suddenly like walks in and goes, here's my Wolverine script, and we got Wolverine, and we're shooting a movie next week.
Yeah,
it's
like, people are expecting them to be an Endgame now, and it's like, no, you're dumb.
No.
Like, that's not good. They've only just edited the movie. They're not going to cast people, put them in, and then edit the movie again.
Right.
In a month. Like, calm down.
It's the legality here, though, is the important part, because it's like, obviously Disney can then start using everything that Fox has, which means definitely when they start talking about Disney Plus, they're going to be like, oh, and all of these Fox properties, check out what you'll find on Disney Plus on day one. It's like, oh, well, that's a lot of content.
That includes like National Geographic, FX, and some other stuff, even Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they don't. What? As in UK Sky?
This is British pay TV operator Sky. They have a majority stake in it.
Fox don't own Sky. Comcast do.
Yeah, because the split that happened, so it went both ways. But there are properties that were obviously under Sky that were owned by Fox, which do go to Disney. That's because it was a channel, it was a distribution. So those will remain. The interesting thing to note: the final episode of Gotham will be airing under a Disney channel. So there you go with that. That's interesting.
That's funny.
But I think what people need to understand with the implications here is like a lot of stuff is happening behind the scenes, and in the next year and a half, 2 years, you will see that big announcement. And rest assured, there will be that announcement that comes on Marvel.com and Disney.com. That's like,
oh, I'm fully expecting that Marvel Studios announcement the second that deal's done. Fully expecting
Kevin Feige, Vince McMahon down the stage into Fox, taking all his characters, spinning on everything, and being like, we're never doing nothing with these. He's literally going to find the original print of Fan 4 Stick and make sure it's never found again.
He's going to burn it.
Oh, wouldn't they own that?
Yes.
Right. Iger said that the entire Disney vault is going to be on Disney Plus.
Uh-huh.
Give me that Fantastic Four movie.
Right. Give us the Corman version. Oh man.
Give it a 4K like redo.
Could you imagine? Dude, it would still be better though than the last one and the two before it. So it's like, well.
Yeah, that's the sad part about it.
I mean, we're in an interesting position now where by the end of the month, everything is under them. And, what a lot of people want to know is how soon do you think they'll start introducing some of these characters and elements in the MCU? So, to me, I think a year and a half from now, you're going to see elements of like the mutants show up in a movie.
I mean,
Eternals. No.
Yeah.
Eternals, I can also see them starting to drop them in some of the TV shows. I think it's going to be a lot easier too, because we're going to have, by that time, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be potentially officially done, because they did the back-to-back recording of the seasons.
Yep. And Clark Gregg's already said that show's done. So.
Yep.
But we do still have like Cloak and Dagger that could potentially run alongside the mutants. Also, Runaways could potentially help start introducing mutants into the worlds.
I think the TV side gets it secondhand. Obviously, once they're introduced in a more major factor.
I would have said the TV side gets it first.
Really?
I feel like it's going to be a lot easier because of all the movies that they have already planned and in development. They don't want to sit there and shift too much. Like, Captain Marvel had to get shift, 3 times because of the fact that
Spider-Man and all
Spider-Man.
that, yeah.
So, we went from a TV show, went to a movie.
It's
been everything at this point.
I feel like they're not going to want to wait too long, but they also don't want to overstep themselves. So the easiest way is to throw it onto TV, get people really hyped, get people into it, show them that it is not the movies that you've seen. Because you have to realize we have to scrub Dark Phoenix and everything else out of existence first before we're able to sit there and bring them in. So they'll definitely be in Eternals, but that's going to be very minor.
I think that's their setup, definitely.
I say all the terms is going to be is that, and people were also changed. I think that's all you're really going to get from that.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. This is my personal thing. I don't know anything about this. I would not be surprised if Eternals maybe deals with Kang the Conqueror or something, or starts establishing
possibly.
Because
possibly.
That character, to me, if Eternals is going to deal with thousands of years, maybe that's how you kind of tie it in, Like...
Eternals also have Kronos. He's a big-time thing as well, so you could tie Kang into that easily.
Yep.
But, no, I definitely think, San Diego, I don't think they're going to announce any mutant or Fantastic Four.
Nope.
I think Fantastic Four is probably the more likely one.
Yeah.
Mutants, no way. For TV stuff, definitely. I think you get your setup in Eternals, and then you get because there's rumors of a Weapon X show. So start Wolverine off on Disney Plus or Hulu. Maybe they take Bendis' Kitty Pryde script and start it off that way.
And let's be kind of real about this. Deadpool 3's got to happen. So is that going to be our first gateway? Like, do they?
Possibly.
Because I feel like there's a part of them that wants to keep Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, because he's so kind of like one-to-one with that. But Deadpool 2 did not do as good as the first one, and there hasn't been as much buzz. So are they going to look at Deadpool as is he recastable right after we finish a trilogy?
Well, here's the thing. You can easily replace Ryan Reynolds with Deadpool. He's got all his control. He's not going to have that control with Feige.
Not at all.
No.
If Feige does give him that, fair enough. If not, he doesn't care.
Look,
it's Deadpool. You can make him anyone.
I want people to understand this. Edgar Wright is a man who likes a little control. He was given the boot. You enter the Marvel Disney machine, you are told what to do, and you put a little your own flavor in, but you can't go out of bounds. So,
because let's be honest here, the MCU movies aren't traditional movies; they are made like a TV show. Kevin Feige is a showrunner.
Yeah,
everyone else is a guest director. That's kind of why they all have a similar vibe and they all do this, but you occasionally get your flavor from certain directors. If he comes in and causes trouble, he's gone.
Which I feel like he's not a bad dude. Clearly, he loves what he's doing. But I'm sorry, Deadpool 2 is nowhere near the quality of the first movie because they gave him too much.
Purely on Ryan Reynolds, because he's the reason why Tim Miller left.
Yep.
So here's one thing I can see them doing. Because of how Deadpool 2 ended, he has that little time manipulator, and he sat there and undid everything. Sorry, spoiler if you haven't seen Deadpool 2. So they could potentially, the way that he gets accidentally put into the MCU is with that time manipulator. He does something wrong. He either breaks it and he gets chucked into a different world. That you can end it that way. sit there and if Ryan Reynolds was way too like, this needs to be all about me and I want to be the one who does all this, they'll be like, fine. Here's how we end your trilogy. You get...
This is how you go.
This is how you go. You go into the new world, be like, whoa, whoa, why is my voice changed?
Wait, and it's a new actor.
What?
Like, yep.
And that's the best way to do it. It's a way for Ryan Reynolds to get the respect of he gets his trilogy, but you're being way too much for us. We need you to be a certain way to be a part of the MCU, and here we go.
X-Force and Deadpool 3 were already supposed to start shooting. Like, X-Force was supposed to shoot in October, wrap up, and they said they were going to go directly into Deadpool 3 in the spring. Well, that clearly is not happening.
Here's the thing that, they said that. They also been saying for years that Gambit is still in the works. Yeah. Someone came out recently and was like, oh yeah, Gambit was shelved when Fan 4 Stick flopped.
Yeah, they said that movie changed the entire course of Fox.
Like, yeah, so it's kind of like they've only been saying they had they're supposed to be working as normal, but they haven't really.
Dude, they haven't been working since November. Like they
really so like X-Force and all that, it's not gonna happen. You might get it later on, but you're not gonna get it now.
It's like Gamma got thrown in the trash bin once that happened.
Oh yeah.
Can we just keep Stefan though as Colossus no matter what you guys do? I love that guy's
honestly,
actor.
Yeah. I think all the castings in the Deadpool franchise are great. Like they're all so good, but Deadpool 2 just did not do it for me. Like it's
I loved it.
I mean, it didn't do it for a lot of people because they had to actually re-edit the movie with additional scenes. They had to spend more money just to get it released in China, just so it can make the same amount as the first one.
Yeah. So let that know. But yeah. So we're gonna get off this onto our final topic. Let's talk about it. We got a Namor topic. When there's a Namor topic, this is it. It's the highlight of the show.
Your boy.
My boy is coming with his glorious underwear, and that's it.
And his little flipper, I can't remember. Wings.
Mitch, do you want to explain to us what happened that has everybody talked about Namor?
I'm not exactly sure when it happened, but Derrickson tweeted a picture of Doctor Strange, and I can't think of... It's some Atlantean creature in there.
Yep.
I think it's a Tumbu or something like that. And in the background, there's Namor. He also then quickly deleted that tweet.
But of course, if you tweet something, you're this big, it gets screen capped right away for websites. So,
and he has also changed his bio to say nothing's a tease, nothing's a tease or a hint or anything. But it's you could make the argument that we tweeted this, took it down, and then changed it to that.
Yeah,
because you got told off for it and to throw people off the scent, but. Namor and Doctor Strange have a history.
Yes, they do. I mean, they were the party invaders. Oh no, what was that? The Defenders? Am I confusing? I always confuse the goddamn names.
I think it was the Defenders.
Defenders. Yeah,
yeah.
It was Doctor Strange, Namor, Hulk, Valkyrie.
Hulk, yes, Silver Surfer. Yep. Okay, so I was right on that one. I was confused with the Invaders. The thing with Namor is, here's how you look at the course of history with that character. Just recently, Kevin Feige literally mentioned Namor by name and said there's going to be a plan with him. Now, a director does this. Fox acquisition gives them more of Namor's rights, like the mutant characteristics and all that. I literally think they kind of blew this by accident.
Because everyone's like, oh, he's got to be in Black Panther 2. It's like, yeah, he still can be. But, you can set him up in Doctor Strange easily. Yep. I need something from Atlantis, or this thing's here, this relic is here.
Here's the thing. With the success of Aquaman now, there is no way you can possibly worry about anything. Being like, do people really want a fish man? Oh, they do. Like, they want...
Especially when it's so different to that Aquaman.
Yeah. Oh, way different. Like, they're not even in the same ballpark. They're nowhere near each other when it comes to characteristics.
Like, they hold a trident, that's about it.
So to put one of the fans asked who would we want, I'm gonna go with Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel Day Kim is a great actor.
Especially because Namor is going to be another one of those characters that can help broaden out and be able to get into the more diverse community again. So if we sit there and we have Daniel Day Kim be Namor, which he would already looks like
maybe
him.
If he even plays the father figure or something. But I think I've been saying it forever, ever since the CBC started. Namor needs to be Asian, and I think it's gonna be the one they go with. Like, he always looked drawn that way either. Like, anyway?
Yeah,
So
he always did him like in the 60s or whatever as an Asian man. Whether that was intentional or was just old-timey comic racism, I don't know.
Right.
But there's definitely always been an Asian element to Namor.
So
whether it is Daniel Day Kim, I don't know. He's 50.
Right.
That could be an issue, but Chadwick Boseman's 41. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. Look at Paul Rudd. He's like in 48.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Paul Rudd has the time stone.
He does.
He does. He's not actually 50. He's just a 20-year-old Paul Rudd from like 30 years ago.
So
that's how he does it.
I want to then ask this. Eternals is coming before Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eternals is going to establish all these things on Earth. My guess is they establish Atlantis as well.
Oh, yeah.
So there's your in first Doctor Strange having an in to meet Namor. Do you think that's how they do it? Like, there's an ancient book, Doctor Strange looks through, he goes, there's an Atlantis, so he does have to go there. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're real.
He would know about that already. If this actually happens, they'll play it off like it's nothing to him. Just like, oh, I got to see Namor. Just like, oh.
That'd be amazing. It's just like, oh, you didn't know it was here the entire time? Audience? You morons? Oh.
Yeah. It's like, I've been there a couple of times. Namor's a little bit of an ass, but I can deal with it.
Well, come on. So is Doctor Strange. He's quite an ass as well.
Yeah, but he's British and charming, so.
And Namor will be an angry Asian dude who wants to sink Earth. That's perfect. Yep. It's perfect.
And then Black Panther 2 comes around and, do something that way. Like, maybe, like, Doctor Strange 2 having Namor in it, like, it sets up, like, Strange takes a relic, like an Atlantean relic or something, and it just pisses Namor off. And he's like, you know what? I'm getting everything back.
Yeah.
Kind of. I know it's a bit Killmongery, but then he's like, right, this one's not in Black Panther, but in Wakanda.
Uh-huh.
Come on. He also could be potentially, like, a lot of these movies you have to think, these are all after the snap. So he could have survived the snap and is now like, look what humanity did. I lost half of my people, and now they're back, and this
and
is
if I was there with my underwear, I could have prevented this.
Yeah, like...
It's like, why are these humans always pissed off a green grimace, or a purple grimace?
So, like, there's so much that they can do, and so many villains can get built up after the snap, because you're gonna go insane if you sat there and you just literally lost everything that you loved, or even we don't know how people come back. And
we don't know how Endgame is going to set up the post, Infinity War world, and that's kind of the thing. It's like, is there going to be a new rise suddenly of a bunch of characters that I hope is happening? Because I think Namor perfectly fits that mold, and he's different enough. And like I said, Aquaman has shown that people will give it a chance. Now, you just got to go out there and do it differently. So even if he's just a supporting character, maybe he doesn't get his own film, I'm 100% okay with him having a Hulk-like role,
I don't see Namor as being able to carry his own movie.
Yeah.
I think he definitely works better as like an anti-hero villain, more of a villain, as like Jason Aaron's kind of proved in the recent Avengers. But I'd keep him supporting at best.
I mean, you set him up in Doctor Strange, and then the Fantastic Four. They can deal with him as well. The sinking of Atlantis. There's a lot of stuff to do with Namor. And I think we've known about goddamn Atlantis in the MCU since Iron Man 2. So, just do something with the damn thing. And it wouldn't even surprise me if at one point, if they did something with Namor, I don't know, maybe they do a Disney Plus TV series or something. I don't know.
I mean, I'd watch it. If you do Doctor Doom, why not?
Yeah. It could be something that takes place during the course of the MCU. So it's like, the New York's getting nuked and there's aliens, and Namor's just like, yeah, but I gotta fight a shark. So, no.
It's like, are the aliens underwater? No? Okay, then.
Okay,
Are they polluting my waters a little bit? I'll take the tech that comes down and we'll advance things.
I don't know, throw a tidal wave or something at New York.
But yeah, there's so much that they can do, and now that they have the opportunity of Disney Plus, and they're so driven into wanting to do TV shows, you can sit there and give us why Namor has not shown up until now on Disney Plus, and then be like, oh wow, this is what he's been doing, and this is why he's so angry with the world, and here we go.
The a-hole he is.
Yeah.
Yep. So, it seems that something Namor's going to happen sooner rather than later, and I guess we'll talk about it when it does. Brings us to the end of the show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you stuck out with us on Twitch Live, you got 2 podcasts. That's one more podcast than you normally get, which is exactly what you need.
Yeah.
Two.
You guys got to hear us even longer.
We delivered the goods. Occasionally.
Yeah.
My God. So to wrap up the show, thanks for joining us, everybody. It's hopefully you guys enjoyed the show.
Lots of good topics.
Yeah,
very diverse
this
topics.
was a full week. We didn't have to scrape the bottom of nothing like we normally do, which is good. So I guess we'll catch you guys next week, and it's Wednesday, so go pick up those comics. Transformers reboot is in full swing, so I'm gonna go check that out.
Yay, another reboot.
Boo!